What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Jump. You know, guys, I grew up in the 90s and, playing basketball. You had people like Reggie Miller, there was Mark Price, there was Dale Ellis, guys like that, Mitch Richmond. You had Dennis Anderson of the Orlando Magic. These were the, 3-point shooters of the day at that time. But, then there was Dell Curry. And when you saw Dell Curry come on the court, you knew a few things. He wasn't playing no defense. Okay. He wasn't going to dunk on nobody. You had Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf, but he was going to shoot them threes. Okay. And he was a smooth brother, man. He could score. Like I said, he couldn't defend a helpless pigeon. But if you're talking about shooting that ball, Dell can light it up. All right. And in the African American community, the reason why we love people like Dell Curry, because he stayed with his wife, right? And he did it the right way. He had a really illustrious year at Virginia Tech. He met his wife there, Sonya. They had, beautiful children. Stephen Curry and Seth Curry. I mean, arguably he has Steph and Stephen Curry is going to be one of the best shooters, if not the best shooter in NBA history. And, the sister is beautiful and everything like that. Just a wonderful family. And, what else could you want for a black family in America? This is exactly what people stay together for. You stay together for a family to have the father there, the mother there, stable family, grandchildren, your kids are married, your kids are doing well. But then that doesn't mean that you're gonna stay together. And Sonya, his mother, filed the paperwork in June, okay? And they've been split up. The divorce is ongoing. They've been married since 1988. They met as athletes, but we don't know why they're divorcing. But I can tell you something. One thing I remember as my grandfather was ending towards his life, and my grandmother had, in my opinion, a sort of resentment for him. It was something that we saw in her behavior. And what it could mean is, at some point, these two people grew apart. They're not the same people that they used to be. I know that we don't think about that. My granddaddy father died, married. He married my grandmother in 1957 or 1960. So it was a long time that they married, over 50 years. And at that time, when black people stayed together, they did it till death do us part. But at today's age, Sonya Curry, and I don't know what she's going through, but it's okay for a woman to leave her husband 35 years. It's okay for a man to do it. And the reason why that is because a lot of times, without us knowing what really happened, people grow apart. Even in friendships. Okay? Even in friendships. Think about your friends that you know all your life. You grew up with. Are the same friends that you have when you're 20, are they the same friends you have when you're 40? And if you think about goal setting and stuff like that, well, you do certain things together with certain business partners and you achieve that. Then what's the next goal? And you think about most married people, okay, you have kids, you're raising the kids, you're an NBA player, and then you change that lifestyle to being at home all the time and things like that, and then women change, men change, and certain needs that you may have in the partner, you don't feel like It's not worth working out. I mean, we've seen this with powerful people. We've seen this with Bill Gates recently, Jeff Bezos recently. And, people just are different in today's age. In today's age, people don't need to be together like they used to. It's sad, but they don't need to. People in today's world have so many opportunities, and somebody like her, where she will have money regardless, she'll have wealth regardless. People get tired of each other. And the one thing is that as one person changes in a relationship, are you willing to still stick with them as they change? Who a person is when you meet them when you're 22 isn't the same person they are when they're 32. Isn't the same person they are when they're 42 or 52. But one thing about my grandparents is that, as each of them changed, they still had a reason to still be together. Even though I think my grandmother really resented him toward the end of his life, I just think that that's what it was, They were better together. They had to keep the family together. But in the case where your son is making millions of dollars a year, your other son is Seth Curry making $1 million a year. Okay, so what else is there to do? I'm pretty sure that Dell, what the clapping sounds? I mean, he probably tired. I'm just gonna be honest. He probably wanted to go out there and see what's up with the other young ones, get some young booty. Sonya probably want to live her life. I think it's gonna be much more harder for her to get back on track than him. But it is what it is, and we don't know what the reason is. But I think that what we're seeing now is that these people who have been together for a long time, this is what's really problematic in society. We have people like this getting divorced. What are the chances that people who have never seen a marriage, like coming from single parent homes, what chances do they have to stay together? And I mean, let me just say this. Okay, let me just say this. When you're a person dealing with somebody for that many years, okay, you've done everything you're supposed to do for your family, and there's no more incentive. What is there left to do? There isn't anything left to do a lot of times. If you don't keep having goals to achieve, what is it there to do? And I think that's the fundamental problem that we have in the Black community, and even with people that are raised by single parents. You've never seen it. What are their chances to achieve that? What is there for them to do? I mean, because goals have to keep being set, right? Even in the business world, you have to keep making goals. You have to keep doing this. You have to keep doing that. And when it doesn't happen, it's the end of life. It's sad, but it's reality. I think that goals have to keep being set together as a couple. There has to be a reason to keep staying together as a couple. And I think that when people decide not to give that incentive to one another, there you have the problem. Well, guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell, check out the first comment at the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high.